morning, happy travelers, from Conrad Koh Samui in our villa. We checked into Conrad Koh Samui yesterday. If you haven't seen that video, you should definitely go watch that. But this morning we are very hungry, so we're gonna go check out what I assume is going to be an amazing breakfast buffet.
The Conrad Koh Samui is a Hilton property. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we love to stay at Hiltons because they're very loyal to people with status. And because we are diamond status, we get a free breakfast buffet. Yeah, and they're not cheap either. If you have to buy it out of pocket, it's something like $50 a person.
This Conrad property is on the side of a big hill, so it's very, very steep. But they run little buggy golf carts 24 hours a day. Our villa is relatively close to the breakfast restaurant and it's downhill going there, so we decided to walk. But it's very steep, so we'll be getting a buggy going back up, or pretty much anywhere that's gonna be uphill. Makes it a little inconvenient to get around, but makes for some really gorgeous views, that's for sure. Breakfast is at the Zest restaurant. This restaurant's also open for dinner, and this is where you'll get your Thai food on the property. It's got a huge menu of traditional Thai foods. If you haven't had enough Thai food on your Thai vacation, you can get it here. On first glance, it didn't really look like they had that much food, but everything's kind of tucked away into these little shelves in little servings, but it's a ton of different types of food. Cereal, a carving station, just anything you could want, really. Noodle station, lots of different Asian foods, obviously. And they even include mimosas. This might be my favorite one.
Kelly got some eggs Florentine, and I decided to go for pan eggs, which is kai krata. 2 sunny side eggs with minced pork, Chinese sausage, white pork sausage, chili, and soy sauce. Something I've never had before, but looks pretty good. Right when you check into the resort, you're gonna come to this area that they call the arrival lobby. There's a nice fountain and kind of a concierge area up here. And also the area where if you're gonna drive your own car or rent a scooter, that's where you have to park it. Going through the whole resort, you're gonna be taking those little buggies. They don't allow any passenger vehicles, so it's only just resort vehicles from here on out, which is kind of nice. The roads are very steep and pretty narrow, so you really wouldn't want to have cars or anything like that driving straight to your room. There's some great views right from the top. It's all very clean and very modern. We touched a little bit more on this area in our video that we made when we were checking into the resort. Also, you'll notice in this resort tour, we're not going to be covering our room, and that's because when we checked into the resort, we did a full room tour of our infinity pool villa. So if you want, we'll link that in the description and put it right up on the screen here so you can check that one out too. Short distance from the arrivals lobby, you're gonna come to a little gift shop where they have a few necessities that you may have forgotten on your trip, like some hats, some swimsuits. This is also a place that you can pick up some souvenirs or gifts. And downstairs, they have an art gallery, which has some really unique artwork. Right next to the gift shop, there is also a coffee shop called Botanica, but it looks like they're doing some renovations and they're closed right now.
So just like the other Conrad properties that we've been to, Conrad Koh Samui has a very beautiful spa. They just gave us a little bit of a tour. The treatment rooms are really gorgeous, and they have a whole variety of luxurious treatments. With the resort treatments, you will be paying resort prices. It's about 10 times what we've been paying for our local Thai massages, which you can get down in town. You're really, really paying for the experience, but you do get a lot for your money. Also, if you are a guest at the resort, you can come in and use the steam room and the sauna free of charge for an hour, so that's nice.
So we've come down here to the beach to the far end, and they have a few activities that are free of charge for guests here. There are some kayaks that you can take out, a few paddle boards, and also some games like bocce ball and badminton. There's quite a lot of different areas to lounge down here. I'm not sure if it's just the low season, but there really aren't that many people, and there's lots of room to kind of find a secluded area by yourself.
We were just standing here looking around, and the beach attendant, without us asking, just brought us a couple of cold waters. I read a couple reviews that said the service was really bad here and the people were really rude. We've had the opposite experience so far. The service here has been incredible. Everyone's been super nice and attentive and kind of anticipating your needs. It's been very good. 10 out of 10 recommend.
They also have complimentary snorkel gear here that you can take out and explore the reef that is right off the resort. And they also have one jet ski that you can rent as well. Definitely no shortage of activities here at the Conrad.
My favorite activity is doing nothing.
You can do that too.
Yeah. My favorite decisions to make at these Conrad resorts are, should we sit at the pool? Should we sit at the beach? Or should we sit at our private pool? We're going from the beach to the main pool right now. Actually, after an action-packed 2 weeks in Thailand, it's been nice to just sit back and relax a little bit. I think I have sandy toes. So there's just this one big main pool at the resort. All the villas have pools, so one big pool is probably enough. Probably the main draw of this is that it's so close to the beach. There are cabanas, which are first come, first serve, and there's a bar here. So we grabbed one of the little buggies from our villa up to the top near the front desk where they're keeping all the motorbikes. The Conrad property is pretty remote and up on the top of a hill, and we decided that we didn't want to stay on the property the entire time, especially since we have massive sticker shock after spending the last 2 weeks in a more local Thailand. So our concierge was able to arrange a scooter rental for us for 2 days. It was 400 baht per day, which is like $12-ish. But we're gonna go check out a beach, and there's like a 7-Eleven and maybe get a local massage. Conrad has a spa, but it is resort prices, so I think you can also park a car here if you decide to rent a car. I would not recommend renting a car in Thailand. A scooter will get you around just as efficiently and a lot easier, I think. Ooh, styling. Safety first.
Let's do it.
Yes, queen. About 10 minutes away from the resort, there's a ton of places where you can eat local food. There's 7-Elevens so you can get snacks and alcohol to take back to the resort. There's cheap massages. So you can either stay at the resort and spend your entire time there, which is fine. It's very relaxing, or it's pretty easy to get off the property and do some more local Thai things. We are about to get a tour of Project Iris, which is Conrad's on-site farm. So they grow and make a lot of their own ingredients that they use in their restaurant, which is pretty cool. We're about to see all the different types of things that they have here. Kevin the farm boy went in there to gather the eggs from the chickens. He grew up with chickens, I did not, so I opted to stay outside. There's like a million chickens. I don't like being outnumbered that much, so even just out here, there's like 75 chickens, so I'm good. Chicken. So that was really cool to see where a lot of the food comes from. The tour only took about 30 minutes and it wasn't super comprehensive. It was just basically showing us what they grow there and the animals. They have chickens, ducks, rabbits.
Plus tons of different fruits and vegetables and plants that they use for spices.
It was cool. It was cool to see that the resort is being a little bit more sustainable in its food practices. Oh, we spent the afternoon relaxing in our little pool. It was nice. Little. It's like 30 feet long. And now we're gonna go check out some other places in the resort that we haven't seen yet.
So down on the lower level of the resort, you have the main pool, the kids club, and the beach access. Down here at the beach, you're gonna find this really cool little beach bar and quite a few lounge areas. There's some really nice hammocks. A couple of the hammocks are even in the water. It's pretty nice. Right now it's just about sunset and it's nice and cool. The light's looking really pretty. It's a really, really nice spot.
This would be a really great place to get married. There's this little chapel by the sea overlooking the ocean. It's already set up, so come say your I do's here at Conrad Koh Samui. The best beachfront is right in front of the resort. That's where the nice sand is. The rest of the beach is kind of rocky, but they've got kind of this elevated area that's got some sand and some picnic tables and lights set up. It's really nice if you want to come down here and have a meal. And also down this way is where the resort's pier is. There are a couple activities that you can book through the resort that are long-tail boat tours. There are a couple nearby islands that are worth visiting. One of them has wild pigs on it, similar to the one in the Bahamas. I'm not sure there's as much to do on this island here as there is in the Bahamas. But you can't really go wrong in an island in Thailand. Tonight for dinner we decided to go to the Koh Lounge, which is right next to the Zest restaurant where we had breakfast. The Koh Lounge is mostly a bar, but until 11 p.m. they do serve a few things like pizza, sandwiches, salads, stuff like that.
Just below the Koh Lounge is the fitness center, which is open 24 hours. There is one restaurant that we did not visit. That restaurant is called John, which is the resort's fine dining option. They're only open for dinner, and they only have room for 24 guests at one time. We're not huge on fine dining, but if you're into it, there's an option for you. The food did look very good, but we decided not to do it this trip.
Our resort tour has ended up back in our villa. I hope this resort tour helped you plan your stay at Conrad Koh Samui. If you have any questions about the resort, feel free to leave them in the comments and we will try our best to answer them. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe because it really helps to support the awkwardness. For now, this is Kelly from The Awkward Tourists. Peace out.
The Conrad Koh Samui, ooh, wow, look at that. It's a centipede. Wow. Nature. Not bad.
Well, that's a nice one. Hopefully Kevin knows how to ride it. Anyway, so as I said, trying to figure out how to turn the thing on.
Just below the Koh Lounge is the fitness center, which is just below the Koh Lounge is the fitness center, which is
Just standing down here looking around, and the beach attendant brought us a couple waters. Also the beach attendant brought us a